Emma, get your dice ready. What do you think you want to... This is kind of a... Let me look in some of the skills, and there are several possibilities. We can work toward your character's strength, depending on how you want to... Search is a good plan. Search is a little bit more like noticing objects, like alertness. I think you would use search to help another ability. So you would roll it first, and then you can affect it. It's kind of like a helping roll, helping yourself. So you could... There are a number of possible knowledges that could work. Do you have anything like either research or... Well, you said cultures and languages.
Yeah.
Still. Okay. You try questioning her to get a little help.
Yeah, that's great.
Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more dice.
Yeah, that's fine. Use question and then use that to improve your search roll. That's the way to do it. If you talk to her first and then see if you can find it, that'll work.
Yes.
So everybody make your rolls. Claire or Helen, I imagine there's a roll involved here too, right?
Don't know. I'm just trying to... Okay, let me think this way. I'm going to try to make nice conversation, and I'm going to try to find out if she knows something about Mark.
Right. Question. That's question. Yeah.
That's not even funny.
Oh, you know. Okay. Why? Is it a bad roll?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
But well.
Or you could try sincerity, which means you simply tell her the truth that you're terrified of him.
Actually, that might happen. I might start off by kind of asking her if she's working here and what she's working with, and then.
Right.
I'm sorry. Are you asking for Mark or Margaret?
Right now, I'm talking to
I'm asking for Mark Payne.
Right. Yes.
Mark.
Yes, the fellow who tried to stick her in the transego device when she did not want to go.
Okay. I'm sorry. No problem.
You just.
I know, but
perfectly reasonable. You're next on the list.
I was not sure about the name. I just wanted to clarify. I didn't want to.
No problem. So we have the rolls from Nathan and from Max. We have the roll from Helma. We have the roll from Emma, and I see that Helma, you have just gone through another door in the life of a veteran role player. When your die jumps away from you and runs across the floor and makes you chase it. You have to play dice fetch. So let's see. Now I just want to make sure about these rolls for Nyansu. So all of you out in this, what are you trying to do? Because I will tell you, it's very obvious. She thinks witching sounds. When you say, well, we might meet again in a different way, right? You know, she thinks you're going to be running operations against China, that you're going to be working for the Americans now. Everything you said sounded exactly like that.
Yeah, I get that. And I'm not trying to play a game here.
Right.
With her at all.
Right.
So I kind of mirrors her reaction and says, I can see that you now think that I've switched sides. And to some degree, I'm not on the Chinese side because I'm on my own side now.
Sincerity,
okay.
Sincerity.
Sincerity and a bit of Clay's also.
Well, that's the trouble with sincerity, right? They've used them in movie scripts too many times. Okay, Mark, are you making or Max?
So I basically don't care. She thinks that I'm.
Okay. So first of all, I want to know Max's result.
7.
Which is okay. So you get a plus. You get an extra effect for Nathan's. What did you get? Oh, you're muted, I think. Sorry. Good, because of the bump. Okay, which is great. That's a good thing. You get it great. No, you get it good. That's great. That's a good thing. This is the wrong language to use with this system. Please start all over again. That will be a nicely effective roll. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so the next person, just because it's fairly easy, let's just go right down the line here. We've got Nadia. What did you get for the question first?
3.
Oh, that's not going to help you. Then what about the search?
3.
Oh. Well, let's just say that that right now, first of all, Zoe says, "Look, if you don't know what you're doing in here, then you don't belong in here." You know, and so basically, if you try to look for yourself and don't find it, and she's making little continuous noises as she watches you fail badly to find anything, you know, and says finally she says, you know, I don't even know why, you know, what they hired you for anyway? What are you doing over there? You know, missing things. Can't find your way out. Can't find your way out of anywhere. But you're really helping the team. Then she goes back to reading her book, which is probably probably a really trashy fantasy novel, like, you know, book 8 in the series of, you know, so. Okay, so anyway, you're being insulted by an American who seems to have the emotional state of a young teenager. So your situation is now, Ola, your role.
Huh?
Oh yes, sincerity.
So there's a role for sincerity.
Oh yes.
Oh, I thought that was like.
No, it's actually quite. I like the system. It's a lot like the parent game Legendary Lies. To tell the truth effectively, you need to succeed with sincerity. To lie effectively, you have to succeed with lie.
All right, then I don't have sincerity.
So it's
that's not
half
mine.
of your.
Yeah, so that is like these unit 2 dice. When I roll 1, that's quite good for just one.
Just
So it's
catastrophic.
Pathetic.
Oh, pathetic.
It's
That's not
yeah.
catastrophic. You are very lucky.
Yeah,
Because a
I'm
catastrophic
pathetic.
would mean that a kill team would be sent from China.
Yeah, that would be like
So,
nice. So,
um,
and
well, she is just disgusted with you. Your pathetic attempt to, you know, share your ridiculous feelings. I mean, she gives you a short form goodbye phrase, which has a certain finality to it, and the screen goes dark. That's the end of that. So very tragic. My heart is broken. So now I want the roll from Claire. How'd that go?
Good.
Excellent. Well, she sympathizes with you completely when you get to talking about Mark, because she's all out the whole situation. First of all, both Mark and the other member of the former jump team who's here, the Indian woman, both of them are traumatized enough that they have strange behavior. They see each other every few hours just to know that the other one is around. They seem to have this dependent closeness with each other, and that Mark is just racked with guilt and anger, and is and the trouble is trying to figure out what to do with them. They can't just turn them over to neutral professionals, because if they do, that's a huge security breach. And they still know a lot of things that ISIS needs to know very badly, every single detail of that mission. But forcing them to relive it by talking to them about it only makes them worse, right? And they both are desperate to talk. They both ask after Nikolai all the time, the guy who got him back to Russia. They're both terrified for Nikolai. They need to see him. And so it's like he was trying to get the team back together. Daryl Kasparian is still out there on Xenos. I think Mark's trying to get him back. So, I mean, I'm really sorry about what happened, but he's really hurting. I mean, he's a damaged man. We have to figure out a way to help him. So don't worry. I mean, at that last situation, he's got a regular guard. That the security team keeps tabs on him. He's here at the facility. He's being taken care of very well. We're doing everything we can to ease his crisis. But we had no idea he would ever do something like that. So she's talking about this with you. So that's the situation with Martine. But let me just make a little check here. Why don't you make me a cunning roll? Cunning all by itself. Full cunning.
That's an awesome.
Well, you take 2 and you take 2 and you add them together correctly without any problem. You just saw with your own eyes that security had been dropped down to an absolute minimum. And Danielle just told you, don't worry, the security team is making Mark its top priority.
Yes.
2 and 2 just went together.
Fantastic.
So let's and by the way, just because it was awesome, because you have seen Mark and talked to him, I think you know exactly what room he was going to next, and it is the armory. So our mark would be going right about now. So now, let's see. Let's finally get our roll for our young activist.
What?
You need to roll your question. Oh, you already did. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
I
did.
did.
Sorry, you got it good. I forgot to narrate. I forgot to tell you how that goes. That's what I forgot. So, good is good in that he will tell you more than he intends. And he says, right now, Wanda's out there. He says, you guys, you've lost already. Wanda's out there. She's got your top banana out there, top head off. All that are out there. She's going to make a big deal of it. And then we're going to find out what you would say to our friends if you had to talk to them. And we're going to find that out right away. I can't wait. I am looking forward to this. I can't wait to see it. Margaret, would you like to make a cunning roll at this time? Nathan too. And probably Albert too. Just a straight cunning roll.
I know this. Can I just not walk on?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Can I use my charm instead of my cunning?
Pretty sure
No.
it's a transmitter that they get people here. Like first,
Yeah. The Russians already told you that they're worried about this.
yeah.
I could get a
I have
40.
7, right? Counting 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I consider my character pretty smart, but that hasn't been shown.
You've had some bad rolls, that's true.
Oh, no, you were. That was 1, 2, 3. That's only a 7,
Oh, that's
so it's
pretty
a
good.
great.
That's
Oh.
there you go. Another only great over there. So
Sorry.
yeah, well, that's phenomenal. You also put all the numbers together very quickly, and you're like, oh, so that's a matter transmitter beacon. Was one question that you didn't ask at your field. Where is it?
I do it now. Well, fuck that.
Exactly. Just look it up. Excellent. So Albert, did Albert make the roll out of curiosity?
Yes, you got a catastrophic.
Oh, catastrophic. So you were basically, at that point, you probably get completely the wrong idea, and you're going to say something like, where you have it? Where did you get a transego device? Thinking that there's one over there, right? Got it completely backwards, and you completely reveal the name of the transego device to this person, right? And just blurt it out, totally flat out, right? So you've totally done that, but right then, I think now that we know that all the different results of all these different roles and everything going on, that would be a time for the scorpion thing or jumping mutant thingy to suddenly appear, shattering the secure cabinet in that office from inside. So basically this cabinet just explodes outward, and this horrifying person-sized being steps forward, and it's clearly been mutated from something. It's a spawn. It clearly has been mutated from something that is not a person. It's not progeny. And unlike the other spawn, who have clearly been mutated into more or less human proportions and body movements and things like that, no, this thing has been made and for an entirely different purpose and does not resemble a human being at all. You need to think of its body as rounded and curled legs, a lot like a kangaroo rat's legs, right? So it's got long feet. And you can imagine it has no arms, got very inhuman mouth parts. And it has sort of all sorts of little projecting sights, different lengths off of it. And from the back, on its back end, you can see now when it whips its tail and completely shatters everything behind it, that it's got this long, vicious tail. So, and it shrieks in this horrifying shriek. The nobody is more surprised than the activist. Was expecting, a beautiful golden Star Trek being of light wonder to come and say hello. So there we are. Yeah. Yes. But I can't.
Does we other guys hear this, or is it just them that know this?
Well, let's make sure we know where everyone is. Max, you are muted. I'm sorry to say.
Margaret's gonna berate the act. Do we see this, or was it in the room?
It's right here in front of you.
I'm berating that little activist. He's a fucking idiot.
You idiot. Okay, perfect. And so then I want to just remind everyone where they are relative to this issue. There's all the way across on the other side of the compound.